On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Let's get it.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third down, Mike. In the face. Right. He's right. Coaching spell.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. 3 down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert! 3 down.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Hey.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Down. Wide 85. Check. 53's Mike. Right Monday down. Recon 132 fighter. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 29.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check 24, check 24. Check safety, check safety. Check 43.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they try the sweep to Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Carr, and able to complete it to Moreau. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. Jones has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Carr now to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Here we go.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On play action, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Back one. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 18 yards to pick up there.
Boom! I see you, boy. I see you.
Brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56. Right there.
Rodgers to throw once more.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These two franchises, very rich histories. This game, of course, part of the NFL 100 series. But the meeting that really sticks out from way back when is 1968 Super Bowl II, which at the time was known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. But Bart Starr was the MVP of that game. He went against Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, the quarterback for the Raiders. Packers would get the victory just like they did the year before in the first ever Super Bowl over the Chiefs. And Bart Starr was also the MVP of that game as well. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
26, Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll find Moreau here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 26. You draw quarters. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again to Jones. Vontez Perfect, the one to get him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle...
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get him! Right now, you got 58. Check!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Tahir Whitehead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 22, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, what's 13? 31's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Carr now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Throwing now is Carr. Escaping the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And Matthews makes a grab. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
Hey, you block over here. You, coming to you. Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Dez. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Tremont Williams there to break that one up. On second down, it's Jacobs. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's it, baby.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him 1st and 4th.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Benson Mayowa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
56.
Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's got it to Matthews, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Rodgers now to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Let's get it.
At the 44-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.